And here we go. Hi, I am Jillian Fisher, and I have the awesome privilege of introducing to you an amazing woman that's going to be sharing a lot of information with us tonight. I am excited for you to hear her share this information. I know that there are 1,000 places you could have been, and you're taking the time to be here. So I thank you for being here, for taking this time. It's super, super awesome that you've done that. And I know that this will be beneficial for you to hear this information. And what we do is we educate people on an amazing product and an amazing business. And what you choose to do with that information is entirely up to you. But Joanne, Shearer Parkin, she is amazing. You guys, literally, I was hard on her when I first met her on the phone, actually, but she has actually become a wonderful, wonderful friend of mine. Amazing friend of mine that, you know, we get on the phone and we talk health and wellness and everything for sometimes hours at a time on the phone. It seems
right.
like.
Jillian, you asked me a lot of tough questions. So
I did. I wanted answers, and I wanted deep answers. And this woman knows what she's talking about. She is a dietitian and nutritionist, a diabetes educator at the BioHACK Hospital for 40 years as a dietitian. She introduced the Mediterranean diet into that hospital setting. Is passionate about health and nutrition and what it does in our bodies, especially on that cellular level. So she is going to kind of break down some amazing products for you guys tonight. And pay close attention because it is all good, and she is so good at explaining this to us. So Joanne, you take it away, and thank you so much for your time tonight.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Jillian, for inviting me to be on. And I think I'm going to need to get my husband to mute his line. Are you hearing any feedback here? You okay? Okay. Yeah, he's in the other room, and so I'll just continue on. And so it's distracting to me. Hold on just a minute. Okay, just a little glitch there. Okay, here we go. So just to give you a little background about how I got started, it was in actually 2011 when a cardiologist stopped by my office when I was a head dietitian at cardiovascular hospital in South Dakota and invited me to a Lifevantage presentation, and pretty much like what you're going to hear tonight. And, you know, at the time that he invited me to the presentation, I had been recently widowed, and my husband of 32 years had passed away from brain cancer. And I can tell you, it really rocked my world. And, you know, my husband was a very healthy man and didn't have really any health problems, but yet he contracted brain cancer and died in 14 months. And so at the time when he passed away, I thought, you know, we really need more powerful tools in the nutrition tool chest to help people combat the toxins in our environment. What you're going to learn tonight is all a source of oxidative stress. And I thought there's got to be something out there that can really help people. So when Dr. Gordon invited me to his presentation, and I saw that our flagship product, which is Protandim Nerve 2, can lower oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days, I was like, wow, this is it. This is kind of that missing link, that tool that I've been looking for to help people. So I joined as a distributor because Dr. Gordon said that's what I needed to do if I was going to get out and share this information with people. And so another part of my story is that when my husband passed away, I was short a couple $1,000s a month in my retirement account. So I was just kind of struggling, just thinking that I was going to be stuck in my windowless office, you know, until I was into my 70s and 80s. And so I thought, oh no, that's such a depressing thought. And so as I got started with Lifevantage, you know, it just really took off from being within less than 2 years. I was able to walk out of that windowless office, and now I have a really newfound freedom. I'm remarried to a wonderful man, Jim Parkin, and we build this business together, and we travel the world. And so truly, we live in Arizona now in a retirement community, and we truly are living the dream. So it's been an absolutely fabulous journey for me. Okay, let me get to the next slide. So, so Lifevantage, and you've probably not heard of it before if you're new to one of our presentations. Well, Lifevantage is a part of what we call the new gig economy. The new gig economy, which is made up of part-time workers, and it is the blend of technology with these part-time workers, and it really is a growing and I would say exploding economy. So you may be familiar with Uber, Airbnb, of course, Facebook, Amazon. And so technology has really changed how we do business, right? Online, internet, cell phone apps. And so Lifevantage is a business that is within this gig economy. Lifevantage is also at the forefront of Nutrigenomics. So what is Nutrigenomics? I first heard about Nutrigenomics back in about 2000, so something I've been studying for a while. Nutrigenomics is the science of how nutrition can modify gene expression. Now, you are not doomed by your genes. Do you know that 90% of your genes are modifiable? So you probably heard that. Have you heard that saying about, you know, your genes are the loaded gun, but the lifestyle is pulling the trigger? That is so true. So what we're doing with Lifevantage and with our Nutrigenomic products is that we are able to get down to the level of the DNA and actually be able to kind of turn off the bad genes and turn on the good genes. And you're going to hear more about that as we go along. And basically what we're doing is we are biohacking your genetic code to get a positive outcome. Our company is in these product categories, which amounts to about $500 billion a year. And so we are in anti-aging, skincare, pet care, energy, weight loss, and hair care. So I'm going to touch on a little bit of each one of these product lines as I go through the presentation tonight. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. All right, so I'm going to take you back to 2005. In year 2005, Dr. Joe McCord, who is the scientist and the researcher and the formulator of Protandim Nerve 2, published his first study, which showed that this little yellow pill would lower oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. And anybody in the science world would know that that seemed like an impossibility, right? So ABC News picked up that study and they conducted their own investigation. So let me roll this 5-minute video and let's hear the results.
The following is an ABC primetime investigative report that aired in 2005.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Granted, it's down the road, but some scientists are wondering if a new pill I took might offer a very long life.
It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment, a kind of guinea pig.
Dr. McCord, okay.
I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver to meet Dr. Joe McCord, a world-renowned scientist.
This is pretty exciting stuff you're finding, huh?
It is. We're very excited about it.
His latest research could very well unravel the mystery of aging itself. And his decades of experiments may have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around this small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test.
Can you scoop? Yeah, there we go.
It wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company.
They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body,
Leading to disease.
leading to disease and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. The result? Oxidative stress, and we all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes two antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells. But as we get older, some of those toxic radicals overwhelm our enzymes and wreak their havoc. For a long time, scientists thought that antioxidant vitamins like C and E would lower it, but they don't.
And it's turned out in just the last 5 years or so, we see that they're not good enough tools. They're not powerful enough.
But this pill, he says, is powerful enough. In fact, many times more powerful.
So, doctor, how often do I take these?
And so, here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment.
Doesn't taste bad.
It's called Protandim, and tests on both mice and humans have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us. Whether that will lead to longer life is still unknown. Experiments to see if mice live longer are about to get underway, but it's a tantalizing theory.
Right now, all we know is that this preparation decreases oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is not a disease, just like aging is not in itself a disease, but it's something that accompanies and is attached to many disease processes.
Have you discovered the fountain of youth?
I wouldn't put it that way, but we may have discovered something that will tell us a lot more about how we age, what happens biochemically, and maybe how we can slow it down. So you can see the age-related.
Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. But in Dr. McCord's tests, taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old.
They all are reduced to the level of oxidative stress that one would expect, frankly, in a newborn or a very young child.
Back to the oxidative stress levels of a child? It sounds too good to be true. Will Protandim work on me?
But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. Dr. McCord calculates the numbers. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically.
45%, that's excellent.
Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after.
Which, if extrapolated back, is the level you would see in a newborn baby.
Have we turned back the clock? Well, maybe not on the outside, but deep inside within my cells. Yes, indeed.
Would you suggest I keep taking this supplement?
I would.
And so, ancient Eastern healing and modern Western medicine may soon be working together. High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma. I've studied all of these: strokes, heart attacks.
Even mental disease.
Yes.
Depression?
Alzheimer's disease, depression. But we do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. And I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
The company that makes Protandim says its tests show the pill, made from ingredients used for centuries, is absolutely safe. But because it's being sold as a nutritional supplement and not a drug, Protandim does not need FDA approval for safety.
Okay.
The following is an ABC.
I just need to advance my slide. All right, so that ABC Primetime Investigative Report aired in 2005. And so immediately after that aired, in fact, the next month, the company received $5 million in orders just literally overnight. But as you could see from the video, is that it was just Dr. Joe McCord and this small biotech company. They didn't have a manufacturing facility or distribution system to really get the product out to people. And it wasn't until 2007 that they finally were able to market Protandim Nerve 2 in the retail market. In fact, it was in 10,000 different stores and outlets. But by 2009, the company was reevaluating their marketing strategy because sales were just dismal. They brought in a consultant, and the consultant said there's a story to be told. There's a lot of education that goes with this product. Put it into the person-to-person marketing model, word-of-mouth distribution and marketing model. And that's what they did. As you can see that by 2015, the growth was phenomenal, right? 4 million to 200 million in just a little over 5 to 6 years. So let's go back to the theme of that video. What was the theme? oxidative stress, how it's bad for the body, like Dr. Joe McCord says, and leads to disease. The leading theory on why we age and get the diseases of aging. So where do we get that oxidative stress? We get that oxidative stress from free radicals. Like when I talk to people, they've heard of free radicals before, and they're very damaging to our bodies. I call them buzz bombs because they destroy everything in your body that they bump into. And this oxidative stress is also could be described as really the rusting of your body from the inside out. Or as you could see by the apple there on the screen. Do you see the apple? It's oxidation on the apple. So you've all noticed that, right? When you cut an apple and you sit it out on the counter and it turns brown, that's oxidative stress on that apple. That is going on inside your body. Okay, so where do we get those free radicals? We get them from the burning of glucose or sugar inside of our cells. It's kind of a natural process, and you get a few free radicals generated that way. But we get a boatload from our environment. Everything from chemicals and herbicides and pesticides in food, pollution, car batteries, cell phones. I think we're all concerned about that, right? Excessive intensive exercise generates a lot of oxidative stress. It's just everywhere around us in our environment. We're just bombarded every day. UV rays, like here in Arizona, out under the sun. And so it's that oxidative stress that contributes then to all of these chronic diseases of aging. In fact, it is the common denominator of just about every chronic disease out there, everything from cardiovascular diseases to diseases of the brain, skin diseases, blood vessel diseases. And so it is this relentless oxidative stress over decades that is causing your body to age. So if we want to neutralize and destroy the free radicals before they destroy us, we need antioxidants. So another word for those free radicals is oxidants. So antioxidants. So now you know why in the last 30, 40 years, the big buzzword in nutrition has been what? Antioxidants. In fact, they're discovering newer antioxidants in food all the time. Now, there are two sources of antioxidants. We have the direct antioxidants, which we get from food and supplements. And we have antioxidants that are cells make, cellular, produced, generated antioxidants. There's a big difference in the potency between these two sources. The direct antioxidants from food and from supplements like a vitamin C tablet, they can only neutralize free radicals in a ratio of 1:1. Okay, so a molecule of vitamin C will neutralize 1 free radical. But the cellular antioxidants that your cells make, they neutralize the free radicals in a ratio of 1,000,000 to 1. Okay, so let's talk about one of these, glutathione, for example. One molecule of glutathione will neutralize up to 1,000,000 free radicals. And how do you get more of those cellular antioxidants in your body? You're going to get that by something called NRF2 activation. And that's where Protandim NRF2 comes in. What it does is it speaks to your genes through this protein called NRF2. So it is the combination of those 5 herbals. See that at the bottom of your screen? You see those 5 herbals? Combined in a very specific ratio and very low doses. That is the synergy of these 5 that activate this protein in your cells called NRF2. So the NRF2 protein, it goes down into the level of the DNA and it says, make more antioxidants. Okay, so therefore the concept with taking Protandim NRF2 is to make antioxidants, right? 1,000,000 times more potent than taking them. The other thing that's really effective about Protandim NRF2 is that it's not only like the catalytic converter in your car, where it goes in and it cleans out the gunk in your cells, which is a great thing, right? But it's also like the mechanic. It goes in and it helps to repair the damage that's done. So we have lots of research on Protandim Nrf2, and I'm going to show you the slide with some of those studies. But probably, I think, the most important study on Protandim Nrf2 was the one that was funded by the National Institute of Health, which is the research arm of our government. And it was funded and it was conducted by National Institute on Aging. And over the last 20 years, NIA has been selecting and studying a number of supplements and drugs on their ability to extend lifespan. They found that of all the supplements they had studied, in fact, 2 of the supplements that they studied were green tea extract and turmeric. They found that Protandim Nrf2 is the only supplement that would significantly increase lifespan. So that really validates the anti-aging potency and power of this little yellow pill. And again, where do you get the potency? What is it makes it so potent? It goes back to that synergy where the action of the sum is greater than the parts. And so this is an example of an antioxidant enzyme called heme oxygenase 1. And in this study, they found that this synergy increased the production of one of those cellular antioxidants by 18-fold, 1800%. More effective and than each of those individually. Again, I talked about the wealth of research on Protandim Nrf2, and this is really why I'm in this business. It's the science. That's what I love about Lifevantage. They have science to back their products, because I know from over the years of studying and having an intense interest in dietary supplements and learning about them, I know that it was very difficult to get high quality research. But with Protandim Nrf2, that's what really sets us apart, is all of the fabulous peer-reviewed third-party research on Protandim Nrf2. These researchers, and this is an example, this is actually the study itself is it's not about Protandim Nrf2, but it is about NRF2 pathway. Because remember, Protandim, it is a breakthrough in this new category of drugs and supplements called NRF2 activators. So why do you want to know about NRF2 activation? Well, according to these researchers, NRF2 may become the most extraordinary therapeutic, most extraordinary preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. Wow. And so, of course, as you can imagine, when that ABC primetime investigative report aired, you can imagine that the drug companies and pharmaceutical companies were paying attention too, right? And so now there are actually a couple of drugs on the market now that are NRF2 activators. And so someday, this is why I think it's very important that you know about NRF2, because someday you will go to your doctor and he'll say, oh, you've got cardiovascular disease. Here, take this NRF2 activator. Well, guess what? You don't have to wait. You can take your NRF2 activator now. It's just, it's an all-natural product that we have the science that shows that it is very potent at activating that NRF2. And you can start gaining the benefits now. Now, our company hasn't been standing still with their research. And about 3 years ago now, our company brought to market a companion to Protandim Nrf1, and it is Nrf2. This new product is Protandim NRF1, Nrf1. And so what does Nrf1 do? Okay, so as we age and we get older, those, nasty free radicals, they start destroying the mitochondria in our cells. Well, what's the mitochondria? The mitochondria, they're our powerhouse. They're our energy factories. And so have you noticed, like when you talk to people and they say, boy, I just don't have the energy I did when I was in my 30s and 40s. And this is why, because you're losing your mitochondria. So what the Protandim Nrf1 does is it helps to restore that cellular function. It helps to restore those mitochondria. So they're going to start functioning more like they did when you were younger. And it's a similar concept to Nrf2 in that it's these 5 common nutrients, supplements, extracts that have been around for a long time, combined in a specific ratio, the synergy activates NRF1. And why is that important? Why is it important you should know about this in mitochondrial dysfunction? Because the loss of the mitochondria, like the increasing oxidative stress, is associated with almost all of the same diseases of aging that you see with oxidative stress, right? Autism, muscular dystrophy, cancer, diabetes, I mean the biggies, right? So this is where you're going to get the 1-2 punch with these two Nutrigenomic products. And this is where the Nutrigenomics comes in, because these ingredients in these products actually affect your genes and turning off the bad genes and turning on your good genes. And wow, I'll take that, right? Any day. Now, it's so important that you have a healthy microbiome. That microbiome is all of the various bacteria and yeast and whatever's growing in your gut, right? There's a huge wealth of research coming out about the importance of your microbiome. And how do you improve your microbiome? Well, one way to do that, a great way to do that, is by taking a probiotic. And like you, many of you, I've been taking a probiotic for about 30 years, but I realized that I wasn't getting the benefit from my probiotics that I thought I was. And why? Because your stomach acid destroys the probiotic bacteria, so only 4% of them will survive the stomach acid. Well, our company has produced a probiotic that's shelf stable. It has a patented BioHACK technology built into the pill, so that 60% of those bacteria will survive the stomach acid and get down into the large intestine where you need them to do the work, right? Also, an added benefit of our probiotic is an ingredient called Wellmune. It's a genius of a product. You can go to wellmune.com and read all about it. There's an amazing amount of research showing that Wellmune helps to boost your immune system without overstimulation. Amazing. This is an amazing, amazing probiotic. Nothing like it on the market. And then we have an Omega Plus product that is probably the highest quality Omega product that you can find on the market. Now, why is it important that you buy the best quality, not the cheapest? Because when I was in cardiovascular nutrition for 12 years, is that I would give my patients a list of about 4 branded supplements that I knew that were pure and high quality, because many of the fish oil products on the market and on the shelf were oxidized. What did we just learn about oxidation, right? That's bad for the body, leads to disease, right? We don't want oxidized fish oils in our bodies. This fish oil is so pure, you can actually chew the capsules. It's delicious, so you don't get those fish burps. Why an Omega Plus product? Why an Omega product? Because it's going to help your cells communicate. It's great. Omega fatty acids are good for your brain, good for your heart. In fact, when I was at the heart hospital, there was research that came out that said the amount of essential fatty acids, these omega-3 fatty acids in your red blood cells, is a better indicator of your chances of having a heart attack than your cholesterol level. How about that one? So how important is it to have a great high quality fish oil supplement that you're taking on a daily basis? And I have been doing this for years myself. These 4 products are what we call our vitality stack. I call it the core 4 for your foundation of health. These products are so absolutely amazing that our company won a big award, a big international award called the Stevie Award in 2018. But that's not all the products we have in our product catalog. We are first to market with something called Nerve 2 activation for the skin. It's called True Science. Reduces the appearance of aging on your skin. It will help the health of your skin in ways you would just not even imagine and believe. We have Axial brain performance drink that helps increase your energy and your mental energy, your clarity and your focus. My husband and I, we call them the fog buster drinks, right? Anybody have brain fog? I know I've noticed that it's gotten worse as I've gotten older. I'm going to be 70 this year, coming up soon. So it's something I love and I drink every day. It hasn't really helped my pickleball game though. I don't know. But anyway, so this slide shows you a child that child's writing before Protandim and the Axio. So it's a combination of the Protandim and the Axio, the writing before and after. And I think this slide just kind of says it all, right? About the benefits of these drinks. We have weight management products that help to support any diet or exercise program. Our company has the approach of that. We want people to lose the weight and to keep it off, not go on some crazy crash diet. So that's the concept with our products, is for you to help you to keep the lean but lose the fat. Isn't that what we'd all like to do? In fact, our newest product is in this product line. It's called a prebiotic. The prebiotic is the fertilizer for the probiotic bacteria, right? Not only that, this prebiotic has some amino acids that bind to receptors in your gut, and they help you to feel full. So it helps to control your appetite as well. Just an amazing product. We have Nerve2 activated hair care system that is a very clean formula. It's like 95 to 98% clean, and it works. I mean, I don't know if you've tried some of these chemical-free hair care products. Well, you know, that's fine, but I found that they're not very effective. But these products are amazing. We have a study that showed that this system reduces hair breakage by 56% in just 1 week. Just amazing products. And last but not least is Protandim for man's best friend, our dogs, right? Pet Tandem. So the same Nerve2 activation ingredients that's in the yellow pill, Protandim Nerve2, is in this doggy treat for the dogs. And the dogs get the same health benefits as humans do. And it's amazing, and dogs don't have placebo effect. So you can see on your screen that their joint health is better, their cognitive function, and of course they just look and act healthier. So that's the level, that's our product catalog. And so you're probably wondering, you probably are liking what you're hearing. I hope you are. I sure did when I heard this. And you're probably wondering, how do I get started? So let's talk a little bit about our preferred customer program. You can get started as a preferred customer on a wholesale cost, the same cost as distributor price, on a subscription program. Now you can buy the products individually, or you can buy them in stacks. And when you buy the stacks, you're going to get a higher level of biohacking, but you're also going to get free shipping. So you'll want to really look at how you can get those stacks and get that free shipping. But there's another option, which would be to enroll as a distributor and buy one of our packs of products. And we have a great promotion going on this right now, and that you get $50 off this month of March on all of these packs. And as usual, you're also, when you buy a pack, you get a tremendous discount on the products as well. You also get a replicated website, and you get a distributor ID number, and you can start sharing with others. And I remember when I was first presented by Dr. Gordon presented this to me, and he said, hey, what about the distributor option, Joanne? What about that? And I said, oh no, I'm way too busy. I said, I can't add another thing to my plate. I am so busy being a widowed and running a business beside. I just couldn't, besides working full time. And he said, well, Joanne, this is pretty simple. He said, when you enroll as a distributor, you get this website. And then all you do is you share the ABC Primetime Investigative Report video. And if people like what they see, they go to your website, they order the product, they sign up as a distributor, the company ships the product, and the next week, they send you a check. I thought, I think I could do that. And that's exactly how I got started. And, I have to say, I got started 8 years ago, and now, my network is about 28 to 30,000 customers and distributors. So my very small, meager beginnings has turned into this really fabulous business because, my husband died. I think I told you, I was short a couple $1,000s a month in my retirement account to be able to retire comfortably. And so as I got started in my business, like I said, I started sending out that video, and I was signing up customers and distributors. And pretty soon I was starting to earn all this money. And within about 6 to 8 months, I hit this Pro 5 level. And I'm like, wow, that is just phenomenal. And then within a year, less than 2 years, I had reached this Elite Pro 7 level. So what you're seeing here on your screen is the average monthly earned income earned by distributors. So this is just not estimates. This is actual income earned by distributors by their ranks. And you can see that you can earn a very nice part-time income just at this middle level. And, you know, that's for me as a widow and looking at trying to retire, this was such a blessing in my life. With Lifevantage, as with any network marketing company, you are paid to build a network of consumers and distributors. And for doing that, our company will pay you 8 different bonuses and commissions. 4 of these are residual income bonuses. Residual income, you do the work once and you get paid over and over again. Very few professions pay residual income. If you're a singer or a songwriter, maybe a book author, you will get residuals. But isn't it amazing to know that with about just a startup of $1,200, a one-time investment of $1,200, you could build a multi-million-dollar business and generate residual income and have a business that is willable to your children. That's what I'm looking at right now. How fantastic is that? I'm building an asset for my heirs. It's very, very exciting. We are in 21 countries and we just added Spain to this list. It's not even on the screen. So we're just expanding at lightning speed globally. It's very exciting now. I have a global business and you can too. And timing is everything in business. It is everything. And so my little graph here on the screen shows you the Drucker business S-curve. And every business goes through this, right? Pioneering, formulation, branding, critical mass, momentum, and stabilization. We are still here. We haven't hit branding and critical mass because when we do, that's when momentum will take off. And that's where we're going to have this phenomenal growth. So we're still a young company. The opportunity is amazing. I'm amazed that I'm in this retirement community and I meet people every day all over. And I bet I've only met 2 people. And these people come in from all over the United States, 2 people that have ever heard of our company and our products. So that just shows you the opportunity. And so remember this and keep this in mind to never depend on a single income and make an investment of time and effort to create a second source of income. So with that, 3 questions you want to ask. Get back to the person who invited you if you're a guest on this webinar, and I hope that you've enjoyed my presentation. I covered a lot of information in a very short time. So you may want to get the recording of this because I know Jillian, right? Jillian, you've recorded this, right?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so you want to get the recording and probably watch it a second time because it's a lot to absorb. Nerf 1, Nerf 2, you know, probiotics, all of that. And so get back to the person who invited you if you're a guest and, you know, they're going to ask you, you know, are you looking for better health and which of the products did you like? Would you like to get started? Or maybe can you see yourself sharing this with others and which one of those enrollment pack would be best for you? Or maybe, again, maybe you need more information. Like I said, it was a lot of information, right, in a short time. So just get your questions answered as well. Okay?
Definitely.
All right, Joanne. Awesome.
Thank you so much for taking the time to share this with us. I know my phone's blowing up with people excited to get the recording of this so that we can continue to share this. And like Joanne said, get back with the person that invited you to this webinar, to hear this information. This may or may not be for you, but this education is real, and we'd love to get all your questions answered and get you started. It takes, 3 to 5 minutes, and you can have your products very quickly with that. So Joanne, thank you. Thank you everybody for the time to get on here, and we will let you all go. Bye everyone.
Thank you for having me. It's been great. Thank you.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.